Yeah, okay, guys. This is another video on Excel. Okay, on data analysis, Excel, May June 2017, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, I'll go straight up to the question without further ado. All right. So, but first of all, before I go down to the Excel part of the question, I'm going to look at this tax one because it's quite necessary to look at it before I begin the question. Okay, even though I've handled that, I think I did that in the web page, that's the tax two web page part of this question, which I've done. You can check my videos and then you can get that one. You know, you can look at it. I'll also put a link below for that. All right. So, but I'm still gonna do it for those who are just who just want the Excel part of this question. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open the file 1731 evidence.rtf. I've already opened that just for to be fast. So make sure your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page of your evidence document by placing these details in the header. Okay, so I'm going to just get this done. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just have a header right here. So I'm going to put my name. Let me just put a short form of my name, IK. Okay, I'm going to put my center number 142 NG142, and then I'm going to have my candidate number. Let me assume it's 0001. All right, so I'll close the header. Okay, so that's it. And then what's the next question? The next question says, save this as a word processed document in your work area with the file name 1731 evidence followed by your candidate number. For example, this. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, we all know that by the name here at the title bar that it is an RTF rich text format. So I'm going to save it as a word processed document. So I'm going to do save as, and I'm going to go to my file in the desktop on the desktop. See, um, where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, that's it right here. So I'm going to save it as word processed document. So I'm going to remove this RTF and then put 0001. Change this to Word document. Probably have to remove that. This one. Okay. So that's it. That's about that. So and then you save. Okay. So this is the first thing you do before attempting any question. So I just want to just get it all out of the way. So you will need your evidence document during the examination to enter answers to questions and to place your screenshot in when required. Okay, guys. Before I continue, I know that my voice is somehow a little kata. Okay, so uh, don't mind my voice. All right. So just try as much as you can. Probably lower the volume or something so I'll be able to get me or maybe hear me very well. Okay. So let me go straight to the question, the Excel part of it. Okay. So Tawara Web use spreadsheet to record the hours worked each week and calculate each employee's pay. All currency values are in dollars with two decimal places. Use the most efficient methods to create this spreadsheet. Okay, so number 10 question says, open and examine the file 1731m.csv in a spreadsheet, which I have opened already for convenience. Save this file as a spreadsheet with the file name 1731m and your candidate number, for example this. So what I'm going to do here, this is already in CSV. So what I'm going to do is just do save as, and then look for my file. I don't want to go there, I don't know why. I always want to locate it. Okay, it's already there. Okay, so I'm gonna make it a Excel workbook. So that's Excel file, and then I'm gonna remove this and make it 0001. That's my um my candidate number assumption though. All right, so I will save that. So the next question, allow me to be always be highlighting the questions I've answered just for convenience sake. So place your name, center number, and candidate number center aligned in the header of the page. So what I'm going to do here is to insert my go to the header. Okay, I'm go to the header and then insert my my name, my candidate number, and all that at the header of this document. Okay, so I don't know why my header is hiding, but yeah. So but you own my show very well here. So if you know the reason why this is hiding, please let me know. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to header, put my name. Probably I'm gonna have to write my name in full this time, so I'll say, just because I assume that you will do the same too. So I'll have Kechiku and for short name Ike, but I didn't put. Yeah, and then I have my NG, that's my center number NG142, and then my candidate number 0001. And that is it. And then what's the next question? The next question is on the left in the footer, add the text last edited on. So I'm going to copy this, followed by today's date automated and time automated. So all automated, not just. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click here to just move to the footer immediately. What's the alignment again? The alignment left aligned. All right, so I'm going to go to the left side of it and then put the date, I suppose, today's date and time. Okay, good. So I'm going to have current date here. Who is there? Is it there? Okay, I'm going to click it once and then and time. So I might have to put space, a little space, just one space, and then I'll put the current time, and that is it. Okay. So in most cases, you'll be wondering whether it's going to show whatever. So if you click inside, sorry, first of all, you need to click inside and then go to normal view, and then probably go to print. Okay, so once you're about to print it, you will see that the name in the footer and then the footer and the header, everything is showing very well. Okay, this is just for those who may be wondering where is it, where is it. Okay, so everything is there. All right. The next question. So these guys out of the way. So number 11, merge cells A1 to G1. A1 to G1, I'm going to merge the cells. So I like to do merge and center just in case. So I already know probably what could follow. Format this merge cell so that text is center aligned with a white 24-point sans serif font. Sorry. Okay, the text should be white, right? And then 24 points, sans serif. Sans serif means not serif. So probably I always use Calibri, but if you use Vedena, it's not a bad idea. Okay. And if you want to know the difference between a sans serif and then serif font, please also watch one of my videos. I've made a video on the difference between sans serif and serif and sans serif font. So you can subscribe and then watch some of my videos, and then you will get that straight. So I'm gonna make this guy 24 points, and then make it white. The font color is gonna be white. Okay. 24 points white. Yeah. So one of the things I'm gonna have to do is just make sure that everything shows properly. Okay. Sometimes you may have to choose everything, but okay, let me just do that. And then just make sure that everybody shows properly. Okay. Yeah. So the next question, it has a dark green background color, so I'm gonna handle that too. So dark green, of course, this is the fill color, and this is for font color. So I'm gonna take this and then take a dark, something like dark green. I think that is the darkest I could see here. So I'm gonna have to take this. Yeah, that takes care of the questions. Okay. So number 12, use cells A5 to B14 to create a named range called JC. Okay. So sorry, let me just look at the question again. A5 to B14. So this is A5 to B14. This is B14. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, right click on it, go to define name, and then JC. Okay, sorry, JC. Okay, and then you may have to okay that, but I just want to look out for evidence 6. Yes, take a screenshot evidence of the creation of this named range and place this in your evidence document. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy a screenshot of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, in this case, I used to use a whole course light shot or print screen, but since I found out that there's a sniping tool here, I use sniping tool to just print my screen or maybe copy out the screen evidence. So what I'm going to do here, just use this from maybe here to here. The only thing they need is just these guys. So I'm gonna have to copy that, and then paste it in my evidence document. That should be evidence 6. Show your name range. So I'm gonna have to just do this. I don't like removing this text, so I have to leave it like that, enter, and then right click, and then paste that. Okay. So I think it's okay. I don't need to do any work with this, so I'm gonna have to leave it. So if you like, you can adjust your own. That's good for you. So I move to the next question. So these guys are out of the way. Okay. So in cell D18, enter a formula to look up the job description for this employee. D18. Okay. So I'm going to okay this guy now that I've taken the screenshot. So I okay. I go okay. So G18. I'm sorry guys that I may be talking too fast. I'm just trying to be fast. I don't want the video to linger for too long. Okay. So G18, the job description, let me be sure. I'll just read for that. In cell D18, enter a function to look up the job description, right, for this employee. So what I'm going to do here, this is the job description here, and then I have job description here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I have the job code, and then I have the job code here, so which will match up with the wait a minute, let me just be sure of the question. What am I doing in cell D18? Where is D18? Yeah, that's it here. What am I doing? My mind was going to G18. I'm so sorry guys. So D18. All right, so I have job description here, and I have it here. I have job code here. I have job code here. I have it here. So what I'm going to use is what we call the lookup, because the job code and the job description, they are vertically aligned. So equals the lookup. Okay. So what's be my lookup value? My lookup value should be cell A18, and then comma, and then my table array should be, let me be sure if it should be let me just use JC. Of course it's going to add though. Even if I select this, it's going to give me JC. And then my index should be 2, because I'm looking from the job code to the job description. So I'm looking at the second column. All right, and then that comma, and then I want an exact match of this, so it's going to give me false, which is what I need, and then enter. So that tells you that wherever it says junior web developer, so if you match it up with X, somewhere X, junior web developer, and I think my VLOOKUP is very correct. Okay, so the next question will be 14. In cell G18, enter a formula to calculate the pay for this employee. All right, this will look up the rate of pay from the pay rates table and multiply it by, excuse me guys, multiply it by the number of hours worked. Okay, this formula must include an absolute range, two relative references, and must not include a named range. All right, so what this question says is here in G18, I'm going to look up from this table here. I'm going to look up the values. Okay, so you're going to do equals lookup. Sorry, lookup. VLOOKUP. So what's going to be my lookup value in this case? My lookup value is going to be the pay code here. Okay, which is supposed to be an absolute cell reference, and then my table array should be from here, that is D5 to E8. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is to make it an just to lock it and make it an absolute cell reference. So I'm going to just press F4. Once you press F4, it's going to lock all of them and make it an absolute cell reference, comma, and then I make it 2 and match, exact match. Okay, and then close that. So but the thing is that it's going to multiply whatever it returns. So this formula must include, okay, no, this will look up here table and multiply it by the number of hours worked. Okay, so I'm going to have number of hours, so multiply by hours worked, which is this. Okay, so when it looks up a value and then whatever it returns is going to multiply it with the hours worked. Okay, so I think this should work for me. So for this we look up this, so where is C18, a 15 times 10 is going to give me 150, so I think is absolutely correct. So the expected value is what I have, so I'm cool with that. So number 15, replicate the formula from steps 13 and 14 for all employees. So I'm going to replicate this one. Okay, just double click and then it's press it down for you, double click and then it's press this one down for you. Okay, all right guys, the next question, so number 15 is out of the way. Okay, number 16, in cell F60, enter a function to calculate the average number of hours worked by the employees. Display this to the nearest whole number. All right, so in cell F60, yeah, that's what I am. So I'm going to do equals, so I'm going to get an average, sorry, equals average, I was like a capital letter, the O, average. So my range is going to be from, let me see, from here down to this point. Okay, so that will be my range, and then I close that, and that's it. So that's the average of the hours worked, average of hours worked by the employee. So display this to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number. So I might have to use the round function here. So what I'm going to do is I have to equals, let me just put round bracket, then I go to the last, yeah, sorry, bracket. Where are you? On my question 9. Bracket, and then comma, then 0. This will give me, this should be able to round it off to the nearest whole number, and that's nearest whole number is 22. Okay, so that's how you round it. So you can look at your textbook to also refresh your memory on that. Okay, so that's it for this one. Okay, so in cell G61, enter a function to calculate the total weekly wage. In cell G61, G61, am I there? Yes. So this is going to add up to find the total. So usually what I'm going to use here is the sum function, sum, okay, and then your range. So my range becomes from here to here, okay. So enter that. So that's going to give you total of the wages, okay. Apply appropriate formatting for your spreadsheet. So now this is very, very important, because if you look at the question from the instruction from the beginning, they say that you should make your currencies in dollars, right? Yeah, in dollars. Where is it? Yeah, so here. So all currency values are in dollars and 2 decimal places. So what I'm gonna do right now is go back to my work and then this already selected. So G61 is already selected. So I'm going to hold down my control key to also select from G18 to G58. Okay, so all selected. So I'm going to go to number group, then choose currency, and then look for dollars. I always like the US dollars, so let me just look for United States of America. English United States of America, yes. So 2 decimal places, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to okay that, and I think I'm good to go. All right, so that's sorted out. Okay, so save and print the spreadsheet showing the formula. Okay, make sure it is in landscape. So so I'm gonna have to show formula now. So go to formulas and then show formula for all the formulas to show. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select all of them by clicking here, this left hand side, left top side, and then just double click and then make everything arrange itself. All right. Yeah. So I go to print, go to print. Okay. So let's take the instructions. It is in landscape orientation, so we have to make sure that it is in landscape orientation. So I'm going to change the orientation to landscape. Beautiful. What's the next question? It is fit on a single page. Okay, single page. So I have to scale it down to fit on one page. Lovely. Okay, the next thing is the row and column headings are displayed. Very, very important. If you miss this, you may lose mark. Okay, so I'll go to page setup, then go to sheet, and then row and column headings. You check it and then okay, and then your row and column headings will be visible. Okay, the next thing is the contents of all cells are fully visible. So in printout one, make sure that you have entered your name, center number, and candidate number on your spreadsheet showing the formula. Okay, so you just have to make sure that your name your name and center number and all that at the header, and what's supposed to be at the footer is also there. Okay, so that's about that. So that's about it. So you can go ahead and just click on print for this. Okay, so I think I'm done with this. Okay. Um, yeah. So number 20 question says print the spreadsheet showing the values this time, not the formula. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will remove formula and then rearrange them again so it can show very well and neatly. Okay. So I'll show the values this time and make sure it is in portrait orientation. Okay. So I might have to go back to print, make sure it is on portrait orientation before I print. No, hold on a second. Yeah, portrait, beautiful. The next thing, it fits on a single page. Yep, is that selected on a single page, of course. The row and column headings are not this time displayed. So I'm going to go page setup and then go to sheet and then uncheck the row and column headings, and then of course it will not show again. The next thing, the content of all cells are fully visible. Of course, everything is fully visible. So it's going to look like this. So if you look at it, everything is showing properly, a portrait and all that. So you can go ahead and click on print your work. Okay, so that's it for that. So the next question, so always make sure that your center number, your name, center number, and candidate number is always on your every printout you have. Okay, so that's it for that. Number 21, hide rows 3 to 15 inclusive, hide rows 60 and 61. So I'm going to rows 3 to 15, I'm gonna hide them. So right click, hide, and then 60, rows 60 and 61, right click, and of course hide. Okay, that's it for that. So if you do that, you get yourself 1 mark. All right, number 22, extract only the employees where the job description includes developer and who work more or less than their contracted hours. Wow. Extract only the employees where the job description includes developer and who work more or less. So this is very, very important. More or less than their contracted hours. So you can either work more or less. Now, in this case, what I'm going to do here is I may have to use a method. Now, if you know the best method for this, please leave a comment for me below, okay? But I'm going to use a method that I feel is maybe good enough. But if you have a different method, please leave a comment below. I would like to hear from you guys, okay? So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to write difference here, because I want to get the difference between the contract hours and hours worked. That will give me the people that worked more and less. So whatever it is 0, that means they worked exactly the number of hours. That is the exact contracted hours. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do equals hours worked, right? Minus contract hours. Okay, so that will give me the difference between whether negative or positive. So negative and positive are, just it. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is to remove where it is equals to 0. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use a filter right now and just find where difference is simply equals to 0, and then find where job description only contains the word developer. All right, so what I'm going to do, just click here, select this guy, and then go back to home, and then filter, and then make sure, go to text filter, of course. Begins with or contains, good, contains the word developer, developer, yeah, okay. And then also filter it in such a way that it has where it is does not equals 0. Yeah, so I'm going to filter out. So this is what you need here. Okay, so where is not equal 0, so you take it out, because when the difference is equal to 0, it means that they worked the exact number of contracted hours. So but when it is minus or plus whatever, it means that they either worked more or less. Okay, according to the question, they worked more or less than their contracted hours. Okay, sort this data into ascending order of names. So what I'm going to do here is go to name and then sort it in ascending order, that is A to Z. So that's what I need to do. Ascending order, of course. So I think, so print only this extract showing the values. Make sure that they print out. Now, before I even read that, I need to remove this because it's not even needed. Okay, so I just use it to calculate, to do my calculation, so it's not even needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also hide that, so it's not even needed. So see what I'm going to print here. Okay, so sort this data into ascending. Okay, of course I've done that. Print only this extract showing the values. Okay, so printout fits on a, make sure printout, the printout should fit on a single page, contains contents of all cells are fully visible. So I think that should be taken care of. So Control P gets me here. So and everything is cool. Now in this case, they did not indicate whether it should be portrait or landscape. So I don't think you should, be specific. So if you feel comfortable with landscape, that's okay. In fact, if I were you, I would do it in landscape because it's going to show very well. And in fact, even make the grid lines show in this case. So I will prefer the grid lines this time around. So, but it depends on your own preference. Okay. So there's no, any indication. So you can print with grid lines or not grid lines because there's no specific information given on that for this question. Okay, so always make sure that your name, serial number, and candidate number appear on every. Make sure that you have entered your name, serial number, and candidate number on the extract showing the values. Okay, so of course you need to be sure that your name also appears. Okay, save and print your evidence document and make sure that the same instruction of course applies. Okay, so guys, so this is it for this question. Okay, so if you have any question, please leave a comment below, and remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be glad to respond to you in case you leave a comment. Okay, subscribe and then press button, the bell by the subscription button, so I'll be able to get notification whenever I upload. Okay, thank you very much guys for your support. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye.